Yo, what's going on everyone? Today I've got some crazy VFX for my Frito Bang music video. I'm going to show you how to make these exact effects step by step for your own edits. If you guys want to learn how to edit like professional editors, drop a subscribe down below. Let's just go straight to the video. So as you can see, I've got some footage here of a Frito Bang music video, and when I play this clip through, you can see the amount of crazy VFX that Shot by Jolo uses to create these videos. And I'm going to show you how to make each and every one of these effects right now. What you want to do is navigate to the first frame of your second clip here. Click Command D to duplicate it. Right click, go to time and click freeze frame. And then as you can see, it just freezes the whole clip on that first frame. Then what you want to do is you want to go to your pen tool here, double click that top layer, and that's just going to open it. And then what you want to do is use the pen tool to go around whatever subject or object. I'm going to use Frito Bang's head here because I feel like that would look pretty cool, but you can use whatever you want. And as you can see, when it's done, you got that cutout right there. You can close the layer and come back to your composition. And if I turn off that bottom clip, you can see it's worked just fine. Then what you want to do is you want to scroll around 20 frames or so over here and drag that clip all the way down and then cut it by clicking Command Shift D at the end and delete that. You want to make sure that this cutout is above your first clip, otherwise it won't work. And you can see it's above that first clip. Then what you want to do is drop down, go to transform, and make sure your cursor is at the end of that cutout. And then you want to keyframe rotation and scale. Then go to the front of your keyframe and then rotate it to about however much you want. I feel like that will look cool. Make your scale 0. Then you want to select all these keyframes, right click and ease in them. Then what you also want to do is go to the motion blur icon and make sure that is selected as well, so it adds motion blur when it comes in. And then when you play it back, you have that head spinning and coming in for the next clip. I think that was way too quick, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stretch the first clip and then drag the keyframes and match it to that clip. Then when I go back, I feel like that looks a lot better. And there's that first effect. For this next effect, you want to do the kind of similar thing to the first. Select your next clip and duplicate that as well. Then go to the last keyframe, right click, time and freeze frame. Then again, you want to go around 20 frames, drag that to the end and delete the first bit. And then when we play it through, we can see the clip is finalizing and then it freezes. Then what we want to do is we want to navigate back down to transform again, keyframe the rotation and position at the start, put the cursor near the end of the clip and make your rotation 10 and just drag the position out the frame until you can't see the clip anymore. Make sure your motion blur is clicked again as well. Select all the keyframes, right click and ease out. And then you can see when we play it back, the clip is falling out of the screen. Before we move on to the final part of the effect, I just want to say this video wouldn't be possible without my editing packs. If you guys want crazy effects that you can do in literally one click, check out my editing packs at carefulcuts.com. I'm having a 50% off sale right now. So if you guys want to support the channel and also improve your edits to the max, make sure to check the link in the description and let's get back to the video. So for this next effect, it's pretty much the same as the first one with just a few extra touches. You want to again navigate your cursor to the end of your next clip, duplicate it, right click and freeze frame. Make sure it was on the last frame and just crop it around 20-30 frames and drag it over to the next clip. Then what you want to do is go to your pen tool, double click it like before, and with the pen tool you want to make a cutout that obviously best suits your footage but just leaves a bit of room at the top. So for this shot here, I'm going to cut out everybody's heads except for this guy on the left, so it just leaves a bit of room in this top. So as you can see, I've cut everything out and just left a bit of room at the top. Then I'm going to close the layer, go back into the composition. I'm going to go down to transform once again, keyframe position and turn on motion blur. Go to the end and just drag it out the frame. I'm going to select them all, right click, ease out, and then as you can see it falls out the frame. To get that kind of double effect, what you want to do is select the effect, duplicate it, go to the top and go a few frames before it falls and just drag the first effect underneath. And if you've got a good distance between them, just extend that first clip at the top here, and then when you play it back you get that kind of double effect falling through. I kind of think there needs to be more space between them, so I'm just going to go down into the transform, just move the clip one or two frames forward and just drag it out again, until I think it looks good. And there is that next effect. And lastly, for the final effect, and probably my favorite, we have this kind of like subject wraparound effect. So let's get to it. What you want to do is you want to go make sure your last clip is selected, go to your roto brush and double click the clip. What you want to do is just start rotoscoping out your subject. If you don't know how to rotoscope, I'll link a video up at the top. Then when everything looks good, make sure you click freeze, go back to your composition and duplicate the clip. And then on the bottom one, just go to your effects controls and delete the roto brush. If I turn off this effect here, you should have a roto brush on the top and then you have just footage underneath, and just duplicate this, I'd say around 3 or 4 times. I'm just going to rename this one main so I don't get confused, and these are going to be the effects that's going to like wrap around the subject. You'd want 1 in front of the subject and 2 behind, I'd say, so I'm just going to drag that underneath one of them. So I'm going to let it play for a little bit. I'm going to let it play for a few frames there. I'd say I want 1 going behind, 1 going in front, and then 1 going behind again, just so the order's a bit smoother. So I'm going to go down to the first one underneath, go to transform, keyframe position, just drag it out the screen until it's completely out, and then go, I'd say like 5 to 10 frames, drag it out the other side. You want to select these, right click, easy ease, and make sure motion blur is turned on. Actually, I'm just going to do that with all of them now while I'm at it. And then you can see we play it through, it's zooming behind the subject, just like that. So now we've got 1 going behind, wait a bit more, and then now animate the top one here. Exact same thing as before, position. I'm actually gonna make it start out on the right this time, drag it out the left, easy ease, and then do the exact same thing for the last one. And then when you play it back, you can see you got the cutouts swarming past the subject just like that. That looks sick. If you're not happy with 3, you can just go to as many rotoscopes as you want, duplicate them, just go down and just change the keyframes to wherever you want, really. It doesn't really matter too much. Duplicate the ones that are going forwards and backwards, just drag them down to wherever. Duplicate it 1 more time. These keyframes at random points in the timeline. And then when I play it back, there's a lot more chaos. And there you have it, multiple visual effects, just like a Frito Bang music video in one quick tutorial. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial or you found it helpful, please consider dropping a subscribe down below for heaps of these tutorials in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.